Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Christina, and if you clicked on today's video, it is because you want to work on your self-confidence. And I am here to help in the best way that I can. I've gathered up some information for you guys, and basically we are going to start off with why you might be doing what you're doing, or things you realize you don't even do that you're doing that is affecting your confidence. And then we are going to go from there on how to possibly shift it. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I've been seeing a lot of, for me personally, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of reels that have to do with showing up for yourself. And I think I posted a short about it where if you start showing up for yourself, you start seeing life changes. You start smiling more, you start laughing more, your personality comes out, your aura just changes. It's something very amazing to experience. So that is also what kind of led me to obviously reflecting on how much I've grown and changed as far as my mindset goes. Really influenced today's video, and I just hope that you gather something from this video and that it helps you overall, and eventually you get to feel that same self-worth and confidence. To start off, I really liked this quote that said, be better than the person you were yesterday. Just remember that is your everyday goal. I'm going to start off with brain negativity biases, aka be more positive. I know, shocking, right? But we are living in a culture where it's kind of a competitive culture, and it's just weird to me because I start to see certain things and certain aspects in people where it's their mindsets are just so negative. And I will kid you not, I have always been told that I would live with my head in the clouds. And at first I was just kind of like, for me, I don't know why, but I immediately just, to me, it was just kind of like, what? Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, I live my head in the clouds because I choose to be positive about certain scenarios. Like, that's crazy to me. And I mean, luckily at that point, like, I mean, okay, if that's how you see it, that's fine, but that's not how I see it. And that brings me to being more positive. So I was listening to Career Contessa podcast on growth mindset. Now, growth mindset is something that I am actually studying in school right now. And I was listening to this podcast just to get like more in-depth knowledge on this specific topic. I find it very interesting. One thing that I gathered from that podcast, well, I gathered a lot of things, but the one thing that spoke out to me on that podcast was that our brains remember negative things longer. And then they recall it and recall it and recall it so that it stays longer. That's so much energy. Our brain remembers negative things longer than it remembers a positive thing. So that's important to keep in mind. Our brain naturally does that. Vent it and let it go. You're having a conflict with somebody, or somebody made you feel a specific way. I'm not saying you can't feel those emotions. What I'm saying is vent it, let it out, and then let it go. Let it go. Another thing too is ditch the victim mentality. That means have accountability that you're doing what you're doing. You are not going to envy the person that has something that you don't. No, we're not doing that anymore. That's not what we're doing. We are going to applaud their journey. We are going to applaud their success. We're going to compliment their beauty. Whatever it is that is causing you to be envious, you need to recognize that you're doing that and then switch it, knock it off. That comes with our next topic. Stop comparing yourself to others. Clean up your aura. And what I mean by that is the very first thing that I suggest that you do, and I did this, and honestly, I recommend it for everyone. Everyone. Clean up your social media, okay? Follow only the stuff that makes you feel good. If your Instagram and your TikTok is covered in filth and dirt, you're going to feel that, you're going to absorb that, and then you're going to bring it out to the world. We don't need any more of those people. We don't need any more of that kind of attitude. We need to fix that. We need to cleanse our social media. My Instagram was cleansed. I stopped following people that were not bringing me joy. I had to take accountability of what that was causing and doing to me. When you're cleaning your social media, keep in mind of what the person that you're following brings for you. Okay, like I unfollowed a lot of influencers that I followed in my early 20s that now just don't fit the category and they don't fit the journey that I'm on now. I don't want to open my Instagram and a bunch of negativity is feeding my feed. It's gonna stay heavy on me. I don't want any of that. And then I know I'm gonna get influenced by that, and then I'm gonna bring it out to the real world. Absolutely not. Other thing that I want to add to stop comparing yourself is to embrace your uniqueness. That is something that I had to work on heavy. I've been told I'm annoying. I've been told I talk too much. I've been told, you know, that I'm very childish, all this, that, and the third. And, you know, bottom line is I can look at that and take their opinions of me and make that me. Or I can say, I mean, well, that just means my personality isn't for you. And that's okay. Your personality is not going to be for everyone. Know what you bring to the table. You don't have to be the funniest person in the group. You don't have to be the prettiest person in the group. You don't have to be the best of something to bring to the group. No. Know your worth. Like, know your value. I know that I'm not the funniest person in the room, but I can make you laugh. I'm not the most beautiful friend or the beautiful girl in the world, but I feel beautiful and I will encourage you to feel beautiful too. I know that I can talk a lot and I'm also super loyal. I am a very loyal friend. Those are some characteristics that I think are really good in a friendship, and I really love that. I value that and I embrace that, and I use the way I feel about myself and what I think about myself and basically overpower the negative comments. That goes along with self-regulate. Notice when you are being negative. That is something that I feel like a lot of women do and don't realize that they do, and that goes along with the negative mindset. When you look at somebody, it's like, I could never do that, can't stand that, oh, I could never do that. What was the purpose of you saying that? Like, that's so negative. What was the reason? What did you want to cause when you let that out into the world? You know what I'm saying? So notice when you are being negative and then redirect it. Choose a different path. Don't say anything at all. The whole purpose of self-regulating is so that you can, because I'm not saying you're going to always be positive and that you're never going to be negative. That's not really how it works. But if you self-regulate, as in you notice, you grab when you're being negative and you kind of redirect it and choose a different path, that is a step forward towards a more positive mindset. We're trying to stray away from the negative mindset that I talked about earlier. We really want to avoid feeding our brains those negative thoughts. With adding more positivity to your life, we need to add positivity to ourselves. And what I mean by that is start falling in love with yourself. When you fall in love with yourself, it shows, and that is what you're bringing out to the world. And I think that's something that's such a big thing that people don't realize. Don't let people's opinions be above yours. I need you to remember that their comments are none of our business. It says more about them than it does about you, and you know that very well. Falling in love with yourself also falls under talking to yourself nice. And what I mean by that is, if you need affirmations on a daily, do it. If that's what's gonna help you, I'm all for it. Do it on a daily. Set it as your alarm. I trust that the universe is plotting my glow up behind the scenes. Whatever it is that you need to remind yourself, do it. And that will help you recall your good attributes. You're recalling your what makes you you. That is it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. Just remember to be patient, give yourself grace. This takes time. You're rewiring your brain. You are trying to shift your mindset to gain that confidence, to have that confidence with you, to have that mentality of self-love and positivity. And that takes time. And yeah, that will be it for today's video. Until next time.